What's going on, guys? Here we are back for day number 3 of the cut, and we are stacking days. Yesterday was great. Today's going to be even better because we're on option 1A. So option 1A is arms. We're going in there and we're going to get our arms bigger. That is a major point of emphasis on my bodybuilding journey right now, is to increase the size of my arms. So pretty day here, it's about 2:30 and we're gonna go in the gym, we're gonna hit arms, we're gonna start with biceps, we're gonna move on to triceps. And the workouts are gonna consist of some light squeezing activation sets, some heavier sets, especially with the biceps. Then when we transition to triceps, it's always pretty easy to get a pump there. We'll probably do some skull crushers. I could see, some push downs, obviously, maybe some machine dips, maybe some kickbacks, maybe some overhead. But regardless, I'm going to go in there and give it all I have. Every little ounce of energy in my being will be committed to pumping up the arms. I'm incredibly excited. I am starting to feel a little bit of depletion just from, having fewer calories, but that's fine. We're gonna go in there and go hard anyways. I have been having a little bit of shoulder pain, a little twinge of shoulder pain now that I just sit here, which is a little bit interesting, but nothing we can't work through. Anytime that you have something that's a little bit of an ailment, I guess you could call it, or an impingement, impairment, whatever you wanna call it, you need to tend to it, you need to listen to it, and you need to exercise it. You need to get blood flow in the area, and you need to make sure that you don't push it too hard, but you don't need to just flat out not use it. I think that's when you get long-term issues, which we don't want. We don't want long-term issues. We want them to resolve themselves rather quickly. You've seen me do it with my knee. You might need to augment your training a little bit in order to properly take care of the area, but you don't want to not use it. So that's the story. We're gonna go in, we're gonna hit it hard. Like I said, beautiful day. I got my cardio in. I've been doing my cardio in the morning. It's been paying off. I've been waking up earlier. It's been paying off. And I think it's important to take small steps forward, build consistency, which will create momentum over time. And we'll talk about this maybe a little bit in the post show, but I'm excited to get in there. I got my pre-workout. I'm going to chug this, and then we're gonna get in there. We're gonna start with the first set of biceps, which I'm pretty sure is gonna be lightweight, just flat, fully supinated wrists, curling the bar, and then we'll work up into some heavier sets. So that's the story. We'll see you in there. All right, here we are. We're back in the lab, and starting with 60s. So I have been doing 50s, but just gonna do fully supinated curls, get the biceps warmed up, going, and get some stimulation. So let's go. All right, up next, we're going to introduce some heavier weight. We're going to the 100-pound barbell. Also introduce just a little bit of momentum, an easy bar concept. And this is to really start to get the muscle pumped up. The first was pretty much for stimulation, some activation. And I'm feeling a little bit of a pump from it, but this, up in the weight, gets the blood where it needs to be. So here we go, set 1. All right, enough of that. We're gonna go get some water and then follow it up with scoops. All right, next up we got scoops, and for the sake of a different camera angle, I moved locations. But we're doing 75, just bending over, really focusing on the contraction. 4 sets of these, keep it rolling. Let's start to go. Let's start to go. All right, next. All right, we've been blasting the biceps, and I'm going to do 2 more movements. They're going to be for the brachialis, first of which, seated hammer curls, and that's the one we're on right now, so we won't go any further than that. But anyways, 45 pounds, surely get it. All right, one more exercise. All right, here we go. Last exercise for the biceps, and we'll move on to some triceps. But we're doing reverse straight bar curls, really focusing on the brachialis as well as the top of the forearm. And after the triceps, we'll hit a little bit of forearms as well. But 4 sets here. Let's get it. All right, damn. Down goes the water. It's enough for biceps. Triceps next. All right, next up, we got the first tricep exercise. Doing push downs. Probably do 4 different exercises. Let's start in here. So let's get it. Ah. Ah. All right. Got a good pump going. Let's go next exercise. We're going to do overhead extensions, probably 4 sets, maybe 2. We'll go set by set like we always do. And then we'll transition to kickbacks, machine dips, and that'll be triceps. So let's go. Set 1. Ah. 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 All right. Actually, based on the fatigue factor, 2 of those is going to be enough. And we're going to do probably 2 sets of kickbacks, and then we'll finish probably 4 sets of machine dips. But you don't want to go too far in the future because it takes your mind off the set that you got going up right now. But next up for us right now is kickbacks. 2 sets of kickbacks each arm. All right, next up for the triceps, we have dumbbell kickbacks. We're going to do probably 2 sets of 12 here each arm. Let's get going. Ah. All right, that's one. One more. All right, here we go. Last set here. Last set, best set. Come on. Ah. Ah. Whew. Here we go. All right, on to dips. All right, get set up here. This is going to be the last tricep exercise before forearms. But let's not look one ahead. Let's really dial this in. I'm thinking 4 sets. Got 15 on the stack. It's not a weight. There's a conversion, but I just go by 15 because this is the machine that I use to do these most often. But anyways, we're going to get after it. So let's go. 1. There we go. Triceps cooked. Let's hit a front and back wrist roller. Call it a arm day. All right, at the end of arm day, incorporating forearm exercises, we're going to do 4 sets of 12 to 15 front rollers, back rollers. That's it. Nothing too special. So we'll fast forward for you guys, but kind of get it in. Let's do it.
Ah. 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 Arms, check.
What's going on, guys? Here we are back post-workout, post-arm day. Went and blasted the arms. Felt like a really good workout. Got a good pump. Did quite a few exercises, especially for the bicep, which is honestly the number one priority. Number one priority when it comes to the arms. Legs are still number one priority across the body, but the arms, of course, are 1A, becoming number one. Probably here pretty soon they'll become number one. But anyways, when it comes to the arm, biceps need to be brought up just a little bit more than triceps. Regardless, we're doing the entire arm. And next arm day, when I start with triceps first, I'm going to do skull crushers. We'll put in some heavy skull crushers in the beginning and probably a few more tricep exercises because they'll be the starting muscle and really the one that I'm putting the most effort into on that day. But today you saw how we did it. Biceps went crazy and we're feeling good. Now tomorrow, and my split's been a little bit messed up. I'm trying to think about how I want to configure it back to becoming the split I want to be, because really what my ideal split is legs, back, chest, legs, shoulders, arms, rest, or abs is what it's now going to be. But I did back on my first day back because I hadn't done back the longest back when I got sick. I know I'm saying back a lot, but when I got sick, back was the exercise group that I was about to do the last day the first day I wasn't able to go to the gym. So I needed to do back. I did back on Thursday. Friday I did legs. And then legs, 1A, or arms. So I wanted to do arms right after. I wanted to get the arms because it's been a few weeks, I guess a couple weeks, like a week and a half since I had lifted. And so I did arms today. Now tomorrow I'm thinking I'll do chest and shoulders because that's really what hasn't been hit and what needs to be hit most. But then I'm thinking about what am I going to do on Monday. Then I was thinking about maybe even tomorrow become an ab day where I just do abs. But I think what I'm going to do, and this is subject to change, it always can change. You want to be able to be fluid and adaptive in your training. But my plan is tomorrow I'm going to hit chest and shoulders. Monday I'll hit back, and it'll be Tuesday for you. Monday I'll hit back. Actually, Monday I think I'm going to hit legs, and then Tuesday I'll hit back. Wednesday I'll hit chest. Thursday legs again. Friday shoulders. Next Saturday arms. And then the next Sunday, we'll see if I can go that long, but put in a rest day. That's the thought right now. The other school of thought is put the rest day tomorrow, abs tomorrow, and then just start the entire week off with the split that is meant to happen. The intended split. So we'll see what we do. I got a few hours still to think about it. Doesn't matter. I'm still going to do the cardio in the morning. So, probably won't decide until right before I shoot the video and tell you guys what I'm doing. But the thought of it is right now I'm going to do chest and shoulders. Chest and shoulders, abs. Those are the two options. And then abs I'll have to record a little bit in a different way. Not really too much, but maybe I'll want to have some more of these talking points in order to fill up more time for the video. But we'll see. Anyways, today was elite. And, I had my first craving today when it comes to the diet. I've been dialed in on the diet. Today I had my first craving. It's because I do feel, a little underfed. I'm hungry. I've been eating around 2875 calories, and I burn 4,500 at least daily. My Fitbit right now says 4615, and I still have 45 minutes left until midnight. So I've been definitely in a deficit, I would say, for the, definitely the past 3 days of probably around 1,000, at least 1,000 to 1,500 calories. That's getting up there to be a lot. You want to really keep it at 1,000 max. So I was talking myself into convincing myself it would be a good idea to have a cheat meal. And of course, I didn't do that because we are prepping. It's not time for a cheat meal yet. We definitely still can get in a bigger deficit before we need to refill our muscle glycogen. So I had just a little bit extra bison and rice, but completely clean. And it wasn't even that much extra, probably 300 extra calories of venison, rice, and vegetables, and olive oil, of course, that I cook it with. But we did that. We had a little bit extra of that, and it was good to go. So I think probably about 3,100 calories today. And like I just said, 4,600 burns. So we'll have the cheat meal here soon. I'm thinking either Thursday, as it's been a week for the diet, or next Saturday. That's the choice there. But other than that, we're just striving. And the way that, we definitely all have moments of weakness where we feel like we want to have that cheat meal, or we want to skip the gym, or just want to do something that's not conducive to personal success. And in this specific instance, this particular instance, the way that I fought that off was, this of course is body related, and I want my body to look a certain way, and that's why I even do all of this. That's why I lift. I'm an aesthetic bodybuilder. So my motivation is I go in the mirror with either, in a tank top, like I was at the gym today, or shirtless. I go in the mirror and I look at my body, and I look at the parts that I want to change. I look at, the parts that I don't feel like are up to standard, or just the reason why I want to cut. I want to get leaner, and I see a better version of myself than what's actually in that mirror. And that reminds me to stay on diet. Stay on diet. I'm going to lift no matter what. I'm a lifter. But always, losing weight, cutting weight. I gain weight easily. I can pack on size and muscle. But getting cut, getting lean is always the harder side of the equation. Some people, it's really easy for them to stay lean. They're lean all the time, but they can never get big. They can never eat enough. They always say, I can't eat enough to gain weight. You have those people. Then you have other people that are fine eating. They can eat, they can eat a lot, but it's harder for them to get cut and lean. So I'm definitely on that second side, but you just got to look in the mirror. You got to look in the mirror and decide, what do you want for yourself? What do you actually want yourself to look like? And what decisions do you have to make in order to ensure that that happens? And when it comes to food, it's really more so what can you restrict? What can you just not do? It's harder than, or it's not as hard as, you have to go do this task. You have to go commit energy to a task. No, you have to withhold yourself and not eat, not do something, not commit an action. So it's pretty interesting, but that was the way that I got over. I looked at myself in the mirror and said, is this what I want to look like? Could I look better? And what choices do I need to make to ensure that happens? And voila, good to go. And I'm feeling great. I'm down probably about 6 pounds. A lot of that's water weight, of course, but down a few pounds already. But in the mirror, I'm already looking better. I already see my six-pack popping out, poking out there. It never really fully went away, but it's definitely already starting to chisel itself in. And that's been on 3 days of perfect dieting, which 1,500 calorie deficit. I am going pretty hard, but that's what you can do, even in a short amount of time. So that's the story. I appreciate you guys. We'll see what we do tomorrow. Tune in to see what the episode holds in store for tomorrow. But until then,